populism. Universal human rights remain one of our most rights through our embassies within and together with the EU, at the UN and elsewhere, for the solid base from which we try to enhance the living conditions of...
Unfortunately, the global commitment to human rights has gone downhill in the last year. And it's been on the way down, I think, with abandonment of human rights really since 9/11. And the trend started earlier than that, as a matter of fact. So I think that since I left office, not because of that, the worldwide commitment to human rights has just been abandoned by many countries. And in the recent political events in the United States, we've seen the United States publicly disavow a continuing commitment to human rights as a foundation of American foreign policy. The President made this clear in his inaugural address. I was there when he said that no longer would we try to force American standards on other countries. And I assumed that that meant the standards of peace and human rights and freedom and justice and that sort of thing. So our standards that we've always claimed to be American standards are really the implementation of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights plus peace.
Important to human rights, opinion and...
Well, I think there's some countries worse than ours. There's some countries better than ours, unfortunately. In the past, I think the United States has prided itself on being the champion, acknowledged champion of basic human rights. And we no longer make that claim, and we no longer set an example like we used to other countries who are in doubt or wondering about what to do concerning human rights. And then back in those days, they decided to follow the example of the United States. And we used our foreign policy, certainly I did when I was president, to encourage the honoring of human rights in all the countries of the world.
In EU, and I'm also happy to...
I don't object to the word populism, because that means doing what the public wants you to do. But when you try to capitalize on people's fear, or when you try to capitalize on the inequity in income, those things have long-reaching effects and causes. So we don't know the outcome yet of the investigation about Russia and the United States' involvement in the election. But I would say that quite often, foreign countries who have a particular commitment that's very intense and fervent want to impose their way of life on people in other nations for their own benefit and for their own staying in power. And of course, that's happened in the case of Russia, and I think it's happened in many other cases in the world.